Hey everybody, it's Aquila, and this is episode 263 of a Lefty Knitter podcast. Welcome to my channel. This is primarily about anything that is yarny, so knitting, crochet, sorry, my brain just went completely poof. I have an Erlbacher Gerhardt Speedster knitting machine, so I do a lot of cranking. So let's jump into it. Today, it's already Thursday, February 6th, and I recorded two tiny little clips, so I will insert them when appropriately needed. And yeah, so let's see. I'll actually insert one right now. Hello, friends. I'm recording this early on Monday morning, February 3rd. I totally forgot to show you guys this. John made a purchase. He was in Frederick, Maryland, which, if you don't know, is where the Magpie yarn store is. If you ever go to Maryland Sheep and Wool, let me just move it down here. If you ever go to Maryland Sheep and Wool, a lot of people I know sometimes will go to Magpie or if they go to the show before that, Yarn Centric, they'll go to Magpie because it's out in that general vicinity. Sorry, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. John has asked me to make the Underwing mitts, which I've previously made before. I'm going to insert picture. And yeah, so I told him I don't have a black and white, and he was like, he was here and said, do you need anything? And I was like, no, not really. But if you want to pick up the yarn for your gloves, let's do that. So he picked up the black, which is a Magpie yarn. It's the Quartet fingering. It's 100% superfine merino. These are sold in 50-gram hanks. And this is the Selkie. I don't know if that means black, but Selkie. Let's see what this one says, because I don't know. Oh yeah, probably. And that is going to be in another language that I'm not going to be able to pronounce correctly. I mean, four day latte? I don't know. But yeah, so now I have these two, and I'm going to get them ready. The pattern calls for a US 1, which is what I made for my oldest daughter. But I am worried it's going to be too small. I'm going to do a 1.5 and see where that gets me. Because it is color work. All right, so I'm going to use a US 1.5, I think. I'm going to get these skeined up, so if I want to work on them tonight, I can start that. Mix this in with the Hoodola that I've been working on. So, all right, I just wanted to show you because I totally forgot. So I know I have a bunch of yarn behind me, but I did not have anything because John wanted the black and white for these gloves. So did I say in the clip, I can't remember because I recorded the clip a couple days ago. I recorded the clip and I don't remember, I think the Underwing mitts, if I said it or not. Oh gosh, it's the Underwing mitts. Also, anything I talk about, I'm going to try to link down below with the designer, the pattern name, etc. So, man, my brain is not functioning today. Schools are not open because we're getting like ice and sleet, and it's like a sheet of ice outside. So I have caked those up. I wanted to show them before I caked them up. So here it is. This one looks a little brown to me. Not like brown, like brown, but like black brown. I don't know, but they're really pretty. And I have not done much on these, but I will show you what I've done. And here it is. So, with these mitts, I've made these twice before. I thought I only made them once, but I've made them twice. So this is my third time making them. I am doing them on 9-inch circular needles. I enjoy doing my colorwork gloves or mitts on 9-inch. I don't have to worry about the double points or the magic loop and having too long of a float, etc., where it's not needed. And being left-handed, I follow the charts left to right. So most people, if you're knitting right-handed and your stitches are, your working needle is your right needle, you work your charts right to left. if the image in the chart is mirrored, so it looks the same if you flip it, or look at it in a mirror and it looks exactly the same, I can follow the chart either direction. But I just automatically follow charts left to right, just in case there is any variation and whatnot. So if I were to knit words across a page, and it said like, it said yarn, okay? It said yarn. And I was knitting the chart the way somebody who knits right-handed, my image would be mirrored and reversed. So I have to follow the image, I have to follow the chart, the direction, like left to right. So the image in the chart looks the correct orientation. I hope that makes sense. That was a long-winded way to say all of that. I will put a stitch marker in to mark where I am, and I just haven't had a lot of time to really work on that, because it's a chart. It's a chart. All right. Before I show you progress on Hoodola, I'm going to insert another video here. Hey guys, I am working on my Hoodola, and I'm getting ready to drop this stitch down because in here, let's see if we can see it. See that? It looks like a big hole. That is because it only knit with one strand. Woo, sorry. And not both. So we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna drop that down and we're gonna pick it back up because it's gonna drive me crazy. I know there's another one in here, but I'm not dropping down all that way. That's a stitch marker. Is it that? It could be that, but I'm not dropping all the way down. I should have fixed it way before and I didn't. So all right, it's driving me a little batty, and it shouldn't, because when it's on your head you'll never see it, but I'm gonna fix it. So yeah, I had to pick up that stitch. It was really bothering me. I know there is at least one more, and it was way early on, and I technically could go back and find where that is. Now let me show you. I know it was near my stitch marker for progress, my progress keeper. So it was in this, here's my stitch marker. So here's where I was the last time I showed you in the last episode. And it was in here that I dropped it, and you can't even tell. Can't even tell. It was just bothering me. Look, there's another one. There's another one right here that you can see through from the backside. So I'm wondering, yep, look at that. It only has one strand of yarn, and I can see through it. That's how I know, because it's thinner. It's thinner because you don't have both strands. And I have another one right here. Now, luckily, that one I could fix too. So what happens is when I dropped that down, and I'll just show you on this one here only has one strand of yarn also. I went down and I dropped down and I picked up the purple, because that's the one that didn't knit, was the purple. And I picked that up and I laddered it back up. I knit it back up with a crochet hook. So technically I could fix both of those. I'm getting into decrease territory here, so I don't know if I'm going to do that, because I am now decreasing a little here. So I probably am not going to fix that one. Nor am I going to fix, oh, I have a few. I thought I only had like one. Nope, that one actually is just a big stitch. Okay. And that one is where I knit only one strand. And I could drop that one, because that one is in the right. It's like in the middle of the hood. But it's like, wait, I'm just not doing it. I've talked a lot to say I'm not doing that. So here we are. I am slowly running out of the gray. What am I going to do? I'm just going to find a scrap of something. Not a scrap, like maybe a 50 gram-ish, 20-some gram-ish scrap that goes well with this and use it. My aunt, who this is for, is not going to care really a whole lot. Also, I think I'll be able to get to the ribbing, and then if I have to change where the cowl is, that means that where the cowl comes up over your face, it would be kind of a different color. So I think that would be kind of neat looking. So I'm not worried about that, doing that. So yeah. All right. One more thing I need to show you all. You want to see this hot mess? I showed pictures of this on Instagram. Look at this mess. Look at it. I finally cut the cuff off of my sweater that I didn't like. This was a crocheted cuff, so you crocheted, the cuff this way, and you joined it, and then you attached or crocheted in this direction. The sweater is called the shuffle sweater, and I wear it quite often because I like it a lot. But I haven't completely fixed the problem yet. So let's show you. Here's the sweater. So this was made with an advent that I did a swap with a friend, and it was a bunch of mini balls of yarn. And what I did was every day I split it in half because it's crocheted this way. So I did both my panels at the same time going inwards. And so I split my ball so it's matching. So my sleeves do technically match. Okay, I ripped this. This is what I cut off. It was too tight and I didn't love it, and it was too long. And I love this sweater though, and I still wore it even with these cuffs, but I knew I wanted to fix it. So this is the side that I have now cut the sleeve off. And I had this yarn still from the collar and the bottom ribbing. So I'm using it. I tried crocheting. I picked up all my stitches. I still have a green lifeline in here. And I picked up all my stitches with crochet. I don't like the look of it. I'm going to rip it back. I'm going to rip it to the initial pickup of the crochet. So there will be one round of crochet in the purple in this color. And then I'm going to pick up with my needles and do a knit ribbed cuffs. So, and it'll be fine because I already have ribbing in knit here, and I have ribbing in knit here. So it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be matching. I always hated that I picked that color for the cuffs because I didn't love it. So I'm fixing it. I know this was made, 2021. I think I made this sweater, but I wear it a lot. It's all crochet. It's beautiful. I love it so much. So I'm gonna work on that. I don't know when these will be done, but I will show you when I do eventually fully fix them. I'll love it even more. That's what it comes down to. All right, I'm gonna shove that right here. And that's really everything I have to show you for this clip because that's all I have. Yeah, I haven't really done anything else. So I am gonna talk to you guys later. Bye. Sorry. Phone went everywhere. It is Sunday and it is February 9th. And I need to round up this video for you guys and show you what I have finished since the last clip. And I haven't finished, well, I finished one thing, but I put a lot of progress on my Hoodola. I am going to have to end up winding up something else to go with this. I don't know what yet, but I have a little bit of ribbing left that I have to do. So here's the hood. It is now joined, and I was here when you guys saw it. So I got all this done. I got a lot done. Yeah, man, that's great. That's really good. So, Hoodola. Then I have only done one other thing. I didn't put any progress on the Underwing mitts that I was working on. They need concentration because it's color work, and I just haven't had the time to do that. We had a very busy week in general, so yeah, I just haven't had the time. So the only other thing I did was crank a pair of socks, and I cranked these on my 64 stitch cylinder. This was yarn I used in the fingerless gloves that I have shown in the previous episode. I don't even know how long ago that was. I held this yarn double with a plain like cream or white natural wool, Lion Brand woolies, and this yarn I now cranked because it was just a fingering weight on my machine. I took what I had left, which was 60 some grams, split it in half, and I made myself a pair of socks on my 64 stitch Erlbacher. So here we are. They're getting really blown out. I used a grayish black that I had left over from something else. And yeah, isn't it crazy how it changes when you're doing the short rows? It looks really cool. I love that. All right, so yeah, these are pair number 5, I believe, for 2025. So I want to crank way more than that, and I just, like I said, life just gets in the way, and it's all right. So I haven't been reading, I have, but watching, I haven't really watched anything, but I did finish 2 books. I finished my February book challenge book, which was a red cover, and it was Whispers in the Dark or something about whispering. It was a Darcy Coates book. It is the first book in the Gravekeeper series, I believe is what they call it, the Grave something series. Again, I gave it like right in the middle, 2.5, 3 stars. Am I gonna maybe read the rest of the series? I'm not sure. Did I finish the rest of the series of the one that I thought was a remake of a classic Dracula retelling? Which, thank you, by the way, all the people that mentioned that it could be a remake, a retelling of, oh god, I can't think words. I appreciate everybody telling me. I just can't think of the words right now. And I finished that series. So I'll list those books down below in my Goodreads list. The Court of Shadows was the second book, and Tomb of Ancients was the third book. So I finished all 3 of those books, and it was an okay series. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. Would I recommend it to people? Maybe. I don't know. I think it depends on if they're into what the book was about. It was about like ancient gods and how they pretty much are fighting each other and, you know, getting rid of like other fae type species. So I don't know. It was just not totally everything I loved. So yeah. And that's all I have. I realize I need to pull names for the winner from the episode 261, I believe. I am going to end up doing that in the first clip of the next episode, only because I just haven't had the time and I want to not rush it. So stay tuned for that in next episode, and yeah, I'll do that then. So I apologize that I'm not doing it in this episode. I really wanted to be able to do that, but yeah, it's just been a lot going on. I'm as Barb from Flame and Fiber would say, she's executrixing, and I've been doing a lot of that lately. There's been a lot of deadlines for the estate and a lot of different things, a lot of moving parts, taxes on the estate. It's my head feels like it's been spinning nonstop, and so I've been doing a lot of that, honestly, and lots of uhs. I'm sorry. Yeah. So my brain hasn't really been in a place for me to sit down and like really focus on pulling winners. So sorry. All right, I am going to get off of here though, because I have friends coming over to hang out for a little bit, and that'll be a nice distraction that I need. So until the next episode, guys, you know, check on each other. Today is the Super Bowl here in America. The Ravens didn't make it, so not that that doesn't stop me from watching it, but I'm not a big football person anyway. John likes watching football, so maybe we'll watch it. Maybe it'll be on as background noise. I have no clue. So, again, yeah, check in on your friends and loved ones, and all the things. And until the next episode, peace, love, and happy crafting, y'all. Bye.